It's the opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wild Card Weekend. It's the Ravens and the Raiders, and it comes your way next.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Las Vegas Raiders. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. They'll be led out by their quarterback, a product of NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
Let's face it, it doesn't matter if you're a rookie free agent or a 15-year vet. Guiding a team to victory on the road in the playoffs, that's no small feat. And it's going to be really important for him to play mistake-free football. But equally important, create some big plays as well to give his team confidence that they can win.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A handoff to Barkley on the option. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much. And
now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Brissett sets to throw it. He'll buy some time right. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Brissett. Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Raiders are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. And certainly, look, you're on the road in the playoffs. That is a suboptimal start, opening drive INT.
And partner, sometimes I wonder, do these teams talk about it to such an extent that maybe you almost talk yourself into the turnover when you're trying to avoid it?
Yeah, maybe they get a little too worried about keeping the football, and then you give it to the other team right off the bat. And look, we said it, on the road, this is just a terrible, terrible start for them.
It is, and now they've got to rely on their defense.
A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
So a little more space to work with here from the 13 on 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll set up a throw. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So great throw right there. And what a regular season this rookie had. Piloting this offense, guiding them to a division title. And they get the home date here in round 1 of the playoffs. But, Charles, how do you think they'll play it here? Will they run the same kind of wide-open offense they've run all season, or do you think that they'll try and take some pressure off of the young fella?
Oh, I think they're going high, wide, and handsome in this one. I think it's all out, just as they've been doing all year long, because I think if you try and pull it back now a little bit, you're telling that young man you don't have quite as much confidence in it as you've professed. So go ahead and continue to run your offense. Do the things that got you here. As so many defensive coaches have told you and me, all gas, no brakes. Let it rip.
And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Harris going to get it again on second down. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw here. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 29-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over to the offense. They just pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Noah Fant, an 18-yard touchdown.
And the Raiders will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
And that makes it 7-zip Vegas.
Pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
And now here come the Ravens.
And you know, listen, there's 2 ways to get the number 7 seed. You can back into it or you can charge your way into it and seize it. But ultimately, once you're here, you can throw that out the window. You've got to come to play.
Yeah, you just think of that phrase, any given Sunday or Saturday as the case may be. And even though this is a 2 versus 7 matchup, don't think for 1 second that this game's going to be a pushover. Anything can happen once the playoffs begin.
And the Raiders have got him.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Brissett. He's got a man complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And that is a situation where in a defender's mind, you just have to pick a point on the football field and think to yourself, I'm going to sprint full out and meet him at that point. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but he had to play diagnosed perfectly there.
A first down carry for Barkley. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And first and foremost, this is all about vision. He can see the play developing right in front of him. And once he's past the line of scrimmage and got a full head of steam behind him, he's just going to keep right on going.
And the next-gen stats are going to tell the story, and wow, what a story it is. Nearly a full 23 miles an hour. One of the fastest plays on record, folks. And Patterson not going to return this. It'll come out to the 25. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense.
And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Got a man, it's Ronald, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Big plays always wind up being a big theme as we get rolling in these playoffs, and the defenses that can avoid giving them up, but they're the teams that tend to go far. You may not eliminate those big plays, but if you can limit them, then you've got a chance to get to the ultimate game.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
First and 10.
Now a give, running left is Harris.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Waddle, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders have moved out in front. I'll let
let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also seen for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A first down throw for Brissett. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available. And incompletion as a result.
On second and 10, Brissett. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first and 10. Into the air once more, it's Brissett. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on first and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
On third down, Brissett. Wide open receiver, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From the red zone now, Brissett. He dumps it off to Barkley. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Saquon Barkley. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by York is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Raider offense going to head out now, lead in this first half. And they've got a little under 40 seconds to go if they want to try to put something together here. They'll start on the ground with Harris. 58 yards rushing for him in this first half as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs.
That's good for Las Vegas. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
They go play action here on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down. But he's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
On play action, they'll throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. In motion goes the tight end.
They'll run with Patterson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cordero Patterson as the first half is winding down.
And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great work, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word, if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Brissett now. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We had great action yesterday, and this, the first of 3 more games coming at you here on Wildcard Sunday. We'll get back out to you guys in just a moment.
Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, it may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Now this throw caught left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
The slot man in motion right. Harris running straight ahead. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll drop to throw. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll go. It's Patterson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. This is Harris. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. If they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
2nd and 11 at the 41. He'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He finds Watson complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 18. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to Albert O. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him first and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a second time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. They'll try the right side with Harris. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Najee Harris, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson on for the point after. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Brissett. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brissett. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Connor Hayward, 26 yards. And the Ravens have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The York on now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. No return here for Patterson, so they'll begin things at the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And right now, they're just looking for a little more cushion, trying to make this a 2-score game. Points here would go a long way, obviously, to propelling them into the next round.
And this is where the head coach offensive coordinator, they've had to set a tone all year long about what they do on offense. So most teams want to stay in attack mode, but you have to do it with some bit of caution, don't you? Because you can't come away with no points. You need these points here in order to feel a lot better about where they are in this game.
But this time of the year, playoffs, game of this magnitude, this is what we hope for.
Yeah, it's exactly what we hope for. You want to run your offense cautiously, but not so cautiously that you just give it up.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right in a yard. The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. They run again with Harris. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 89 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. And we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle. And, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On second down, this is Harris. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. This is the tight end Fant.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
It doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Going right back to Fant.
Touchdown! Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Raiders have opened up a 2-touchdown lead in this 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead now up to 14. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards.
And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
So the Ravens now down by 2 touchdowns. 2:09 to play. They'll have one play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. Brissett to throw on 1st. They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense.
And down he goes, brought down a Raider sack. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Brissett. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Once again, he finds Slayton. And the Ravens are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now the focus is really clear. They need to get that first down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now Brissett. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Extra point by York is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number as empirical.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. On the give, this is Harris. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. On third down, here's Harris. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run with Harris. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
They'll try to run with Patterson. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome. Pre-night talk to their ending.
As our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little late. Yeah, extra.
They got the touchdown.
victory that they've got now, they've got a lot of explaining to do about why they tried to run the ball in that situation instead of just taking a knee and icing it.
But thankfully for them, they won't have to do any explaining. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done.